Hello and welcome to yet another Ricky's Reviews with your host The Undertaker. I've been back, I am back from one of my longer, I guess, Christmas vacations, and also one of like the longer stops in the show. But as you can see, I have a little bit of an unboxing video to do, but also going to announce some of the videos that are coming in the upcoming weekends, because we have a lot of games to go through. I promised you Final Fantasy IX, and I will still do that. We have a couple of retro games to go through. We have a lot of Nintendo DS games, and as you all know by now, and I already told you so in the last video that I made, we will be looking at the new Nintendo console that I have in my hand right here. And I, as you can see, bought the zombie bundle. So basically we're going to look at the components in this particular bundle with like the controllers. That we're going to look at the gamepad, and we're going to look at the Pro controller and the game Zombie U, and maybe a couple of other Wii U titles as well. And we will have a couple of specials for the DS with RPGs, but also tactical gridnet RPG games, which is a little bit of a special type of game that I really played a lot, especially in the last 10 years, and especially for the portable devices. But anyways, we're going to unbox this, and that's basically what this video is about. So let's start, see what's in this. And this time I didn't need a knife. There we go. I actually don't know which side anything will pop here, so we'll see. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. And it's a little bit shame, I don't think you can see that either, but this was the box that I got, and I also had to carry it with me from Holland. So it's been through a little bit, but it's just a box, you know, and besides the price was insanely good if you compare it to the Swedish markets. So as always, I recommend importing systems or doing whatever you can, like I've been doing a lot with my game systems the last couple of years. Damn, it's pretty heavy, the box and the whole thing. Anyways, here we see a lot of stuff. The manuals that I never ever read. The game. How long will I survive? I don't know. But it looks good. And this is an interesting game, by the way. The Zombie U game. We have a couple of interesting games coming up with the Pikmin and some titles that they probably will announce during the E3 during summer. But of the release titles, I must say this was one of the most interesting ones. It has so many mixed reviews, like from everything from low as 4 and 5s, which is really low with the system that they're using on the sites like IGN and stuff. But everything from like the really top grades, and especially here in Sweden we had a couple of really high grades on Press to Play, for instance. So that'll be interesting. We have standard power cord, and it might be, I don't know if this might be the power cord for the pad then, but we'll see that later. And this is probably the pad, oh god damn, this is probably the power connector for the Wii itself, and it's a huge, like, this behemoth that you have to plug in. So that's how it always is. That's that then. There should be an HDMI cable here, and I have the premium version. I really recommend you buying the premium version because it's no big money issue there. But if you want the Zombie U bundle, or if you want the one with the Nintendo Land, that's up to you to decide. But go for the premium, not the shitty basic one. Don't support stuff like that. I apparently got a stand here. It's just a plastic, but still good to have. We have sensor bar, which I also already have since I'm a Wii player, but it's also good. Now I have two. And a stand for the gamepad, or maybe this might be the stand for the actual console itself, but I think it's the gamepad. And that, I don't know if it's used for playing or if it's just used for like when you're charging it and having it by your side when you're playing, when you're not playing. More plastic. And there we have it, like, yeah, exactly. Nintendo's first HDMI cable in a box. It's really good that they're going on HD this time, because there was like this history about it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those who really care that much for that HDMI. Nintendo Wii is so much worse than the Xbox and PS3 kind of bullshit. But I still think, of course, now looking back at it, they should probably have upgraded the Wii with a HDMI or something like that, or as maybe waited or something, or as the other ones just went for it. But now they did, so enough with that. To the more interesting things then, what you're probably here to look at, or most of you have probably already seen this console, so it's not really that new, and I can't really do anything about that. I buy the things when I can buy the things. But we will see. I really hope that I got everything in this box here. Feels a little bit light though. Maybe I'm missing something. Here it is, in its full glory. And there's the pen, which is not foldable or anything, but it's a pretty decently sized pen, neatly tucked in just like on your 3DS. You have the volume button and the sensor, I'd say. You have some pretty cool buttons on the top here. Of course, the surface to use for the touch, and the regular Nintendo buttons, which at the moment doesn't react to anything since the console itself isn't connected, and it feels pretty good in my hands. Review on this will be coming up. And let's take a look at this. I think there's something else in the box. We're going to check that soon. This should be the Wii U, because I'm still missing a Pro controller, right? But now let's look at the console. Holy shit, that's like sticky plastic. I hate that sound. I love the smell. Get away from my console. Yeah, there it is. It's not that big of a console, to be honest. Especially Nintendo has been really good at like keeping the sizes, especially like with the Wii generation, so to speak. I guess we can call this the Wii generation since we have the Wii and the Wii U now. And I'm gonna plug in this piece a little bit later, and a review will be coming up for the console itself and the system and the OS and stuff like that, so don't worry. And it's a 32GB version. No, like I said, no basic shit. You have everything you need in this one, and a lot of connectors and like USBs, two USBs, the HDMI of course. For people who doesn't want HDMI, there's an option for that too. You have a fan here, and looks like a really solid construction to me. So we'll see what this one has to bring to the table. And it's, as I said now, following up on the Wii U, the Wii concept, and I can really feel it. Like the design is very similar, and it just looks a little bit more like the other consoles in like the polish and the connectors and stuff like that. But apart from that, it's really familiar territory. So we'll see here if there's still something else in this box, and it's really neatly tucked in, that's for sure. And there we go. And as I said earlier, like if you compare the box sets in euro prices, like you have like 260 plus for the basic, 320 for the one where you get like all these extras, and the console itself is bigger with the 32 GB set, and then you have everything set for you to game. And also then this 360 GB version, which also then features, this is probably one of the coolest controllers I've seen in a long time, except for the actual pad then, which is really special and unique for the game console. But if you look at just hand controllers, and I have been one of those that are really picky with controllers, like really analyzing them and stuff like that. So here it is, the Wii U Pro controller, wireless and with this dual analog thing going on. Fits really good in your hand. It has that authentic feeling. When I press the buttons, everything just feels right with it. And just from the first looks at it on this one, I actually thought that the Pro controller had everything going. And of course they copied, like if you compare it to the Xbox 360 controller, you can see the similarities are really good. But the biggest difference that I can tell that I've been really psyched is like the positioning of the sticks, that you have this real steering four-way cross, and also the buttons on the top that feels completely different from its competitors, which has that Nintendo authentic feeling, which I really like. And full review will be coming on the Pro controller too. And if you look at the prices, then in the Swedish prices, it's like 3,000, 3,500 and 4,000. A really expensive console at the moment, so we'll see what happens. But I'd really go for the premium ones, and then which one you want depends a little bit on do you need this controller or not. And that's it. This is the unboxing of the Wii U from the Ricky's Review show, and we will have a lot of the Wii U content coming up in the following videos. So this is the Pro controller. This is the Wii U console, and here you have the really cool new hand controller, the Wii Pad, which people thought was the actual console itself, or like an addition to the Wii when it was presented on E3, which I remember, and it was really funny to hear everything. And it's going to be really fun to try these things out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all later in the next week's review.